So by the way, did anyone check out crypto today? There's been like huge jump in crypto today. Um, okay, IQ used to have really shitty rate on Bitcoin, which is still shitty. As you can see, the spread sucks. But on the leverage one, uh, that is actually quite good. It's a very, very small spread. Okay, and small spread because they do it in multiplier. So that's definitely something to look at. I think, like if you started a week earlier, this would have been good. Well, I'm talking based on like hindsight, but I suppose it still is. But you may not actually want to use, like times 100. I think it has to be times 100, unfortunately. So look for some kind of a pullback if you want to. It's definitely worth looking into, because if you look at how much it's gone, and this is like the daily chart. Oh, look at that. Huge. You know what's funny? Okay, you know why I'm talking about this out of the blue? It's not because like Facebook friends are posting about like the search and all that. Yeah, it could be the next wave. Never know. There's been a lot of things going around in the background that could possibly make this the next wave. Such as, like governments converting the systems, more and more places converting the systems, more and more exchanges putting in place more e-wallets, governments shifting to e-wallets. In Indonesia, I got to know that an ex-schoolmate is actually the license holder of e-money in Indonesia. So that's huge. That's a bit. His dad, well, I only just found out, is actually a billionaire over there. But anyway, what's that good? What made me really, notice this today is because I withdrew money from Arex. I had money sitting in Arex, and what's funny is that like the withdrawal option was BTC, and it was sitting. I mean, the amount was pre-agreed like over a week ago. Just that due to verification, they're holding it back, and subsequently with administration, there was a weekend delays, blah blah blah. And today, I think they made a little bit of a loss because when I received it, I realized that I had the BTC that they sent me is worth like 15% more today. So that's how I noticed, and I was like, oh yeah. I logged into my Bitcoin wallet with one of my exchange wallets that I use in Thailand, um, just the bx.in.th. Really good exchange wallet for those of you who are in Thailand. And I was surprised when I saw the value of BTC, which a week ago was not the same thing. Even like a day ago was not the same thing. So this is something to look into. But as I've always mentioned, I mean, the multiplier thing would put you at a little bit of a downside risk, because you see it says right here that if the price changed 1%, your position will increase by 100%, which means to say that if it goes down, that's quite a lot of risk, right? If it retraces, that's 150%, quite a bit of risk. So hang on, that's no 1,500%. My goodness! But can you imagine if you went in here? Which brings the question, why didn't we all like just put calls in this, and we could have covered those calls with binary option? Could have done so. Okay. Anyways, what else is good to do? Like, this is the same thing that I've spoke about in the past. Like, there's things like Omise Go, or you can do things like NEM, IOTA. Okay, the spreads are not so bad. It's quite good upside. Binance Coin, spread's quite good. Why Binance Coin? Because Binance Coin, I mean, Binance is the exchange, Binance, right? And like, if there's going to be more speculation, naturally their value will go up. Omise Go has been 40 or more in the past. I can't remember exactly, but it has been double digit for the longest time. And they do run legit business. They are the same as, and they are a credit card processing company, Omise. And Omise Go is a crypto that's based on the credit card solution provider, Omise. So this is promising. Spread's a little bit high in my opinion. But you can go for ones that spreads low. They have a low value like this, like NEM. I think NEM is a good one to look at. Also because, you know, it's not too multiplied. Stellar, Tron is good. Tron is actually by Tencent. You know Tencent. For those of you in Asia, you probably noticed there's a new online store called Shopee, right? So Tencent owner is actually the protege of Jack Ma, who is Alibaba's founder. And they bought Shopee is funded by Tencent. And Tron is by Tencent, TRX. They've been double digit for the longest time as well. So I think like the price would make the multiplier a good go. I mean, like I would personally gravitate away from in the higher spread ones. Just don't go too heavy on the small ones. For instance, if your capital is a certain amount, you just put a smaller bet. I mean, a smaller position size, because you just take whatever you're willing to use of your balance, divided by, for example, divided by 50, based on this amount, and that's when it's going to be a starting sum. You get what I'm saying? Or rather, you take this, you multiply that by 50. Sorry, the value here. You take that 3 cents, multiply by 50. So you know how much that's going to cost you. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is that even though this is multiplier 50, you can still do it in a one-to-one way. Does it make sense? So that way you don't overinvest. So example, if this is times 50, you know, and you only wanted to risk $50, so your amount you put as $1. You got it? And then if let's say it was not leverage, there's no multiplier, because some of these have no multiplier, or all these have multiplier, or let's say some of these have like times 5 only. All right. Obviously, don't do this, because I mean the spread's so high. Why do you want to do it, right? If you take something where the spread is like 20, okay, vice versa, same thing. So if you meant to put in like 200, well, 200 divided by 20, that's how you don't overexpose. So you can get around the spread thing. Like, yeah, sure, there's Bitcoin and there's Bitcoin times 100, but you don't have to do this, all right? You just need to do, you take this value, all right? Or whatever you plan to put in, whatever you plan to put in for this, just divide by 100. That's how simple it is. So that means $1 is controlling $100 worth of position. So that way you're not gonna over leverage yourself and max out. But it also means to say you gotta be careful, because like even $10, that means that you're controlling $1,000 worth of position. If you put 100, you're controlling $10,000 worth of position, and you can wipe out very fast. Make sense? But the good news is, okay, with these multipliers, you can make full use of it, because like if you think there's a great upside potential, and you know, like if you have enough to resist a movement, let's say, okay, you think at 4,000 is a support level for BTC, so we'll calculate back from where it is, 4752 to 4,752, and by proportion in your account, what would that be? If it's dollar for dollar, what do you need to maintain that? And then like you can just put that, and so your funding doesn't have to be a lot, but your upside is huge. So you just got to be very, very clear on what's going to be your support level. So for instance, right, this is a daily. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult to try to. Shit, this is a breakout, my friends. This is a breakout. So, by the way, sorry I'm going off topic today, but I just get so carried away, and I just felt I had to share this with you. This is the last part of the triangle, the last 30%. Yeah, well, then again, crypto is known to break rules. What if it was this? Okay, what if it was that? Yeah, that's possible. So that's a breakout. It's not coming ever back in. So you can put a support line around 4100 and just trade it. Make sense? That's your support. So that's going to require, if you wanted to do 4,000 plus like a 1-to-1 position, this is going to require about 600 plus bucks, 660 bucks divided by 50, divided by 100. So it's like you just put a $6 position. That's how much it controls. And then you jolly well make sure you have 700 bucks in your account. So that's going to be a downside protection. Okay. So with 700 bucks in your account, okay, I mean, just read the bare minimum. You do a $6 position. And if it goes to like 10K, wow, you make bucket loads with a $6 position and 700 in your balance. How's that for an idea? How's that for an idea? It becomes really interesting when I look at the charts though. You see, this was a triangle breakout that went to the downside. And this is a triangle breakout that went to the upside. It's still going strong. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, well, enough of crypto. Let's get back to binary.